Welcome back. Welcome back to another Beeline to Passports. My name is Joe Batista. I'm your host. And tonight we have another beautiful guest. Tonight we have an actress. Then she started her career, and we start seeing her in different short films. And she's going to be also in a film that I'm working right now. Her name is Miss Dianne Grant. Dianne, welcome to Beeline to Passports.
Thank you for having me, Joe. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you. I'm very good. And thank you for accepting the invitation to be in our show. Um, and every week we ask the guests how everything started. Tell us about your childhood, where you're from, parents, all that great information.
I am a first generation American. Let me correct that. My father is from Kingston, Jamaica. So he's Chinese Jamaican, and he came over to the States when he was 16, and he lived in New York. And my mother is from Louisiana, so she's Creole. So I have a very interesting background, Chinese Jamaican Creole, which is all a mix in itself. So I grew up in New York. I was born in Queens, and I lived there till I was about 10 years old. And then we moved to Florida. So I pretty much grew up in Florida after that. Went to elementary school, the remainder, and then middle, and then of course high school. I went to UF, University of Florida. That was a lot of fun. And I graduated from there. And right before I graduate, that's when I really started getting more and more into the acting. Um, I always wanted to do that, but I guess, my parents are very hardworking and ambitious. They didn't really understand the artist side of me, or my brother for that matter. We just, we're these artists. He's a musician. I'm into acting, and we just had this inkling towards the arts, but I kind of suppressed it honestly for a long time until I just had to do it. So I started doing a lot of auditions and doing some work while I was in college, at the last year in college, and then I really jumped in full force after that, when I came back to Orlando, and then moved to Miami Beach and worked down there a lot, and was started training, did a lot of studying. I trained with, and I still do train with Mark Durso down there. He's still my coach, and ArtSake in Orlando, Florida. I studied with Yvonne Suher. She started ArtSake. She was the founder. She's unfortunately passed. Christine Poggi took over. I also studied with Russ Blackwell and Jennifer Durakas coaching as well. So I really put in the time and the energy to learn the craft and study, and which is very important. So yeah, that's kind of my background.
Very, very
Yeah.
interesting because you mentioned your background. You start getting some knowledge to be in this industry. And this is something then we always tell our audience. Then if you want to become a community leader, you want to become an actress, model, you need to start doing your research, prepare yourself, and be the best in that industry that you want to be. And how you can be the best? Learning, adapting, and learning more. Always, we talk about this, and it was very interesting. And you mentioned your brother. You basically have the arts in your veins because your brother, he is musician. That's great. It's something that people don't discover. Probably didn't like any kind of arts like painting or be in front of a camera, but you said that you want to do it, and look at you. You're doing it right now. You start getting some knowledge and start applying, do auditions, and all that great things. That's awesome. And when you move to Orlando in your childhood, You never participate in plays or participate in anything with in the school or church. That you started like, okay, I like this. I would like to do this in the future.
I mean, like I said, I've always wanted to. Like, oh, how do I get on TV? How do I do this? I want to do that. But they did. There wasn't a whole lot of productions and all that. Just the Christmas stuff and things like that, the basic things. But I did not really. Again, I didn't really acknowledge it. I just kind of suppressed it. I didn't really take it seriously, I guess, because my parents didn't take it seriously. So I just thought of it, oh, that looks fun, but it's not something to really pursue. So I really didn't go into it at all during my childhood. I was into sports and cheerleading and stuff like that, and track, and very athletic. But I didn't. I always wanted to. It was in the back of my head, but
Yes,
I
yes.
didn't. I didn't reach out and grab it. Yeah.
Basically, you have that seat, but no the opportunity. Let's say that way. No the opportunity to say, okay, let me try. Let
Right.
me try to do this to see what happened, and to try to get some of what you were wanting in that period of time, doing it for real. Then you can learn in that. But now you're mature, you're doing what you have a passion. Because I seen you, we took classes together in art sec, and I see your passion. I see how you want to do this and become a well-known actress. And kudos to you, because that's the key. That's the key. Learning, practicing, applying, and do some auditions, and getting until the point. Then people, they're gonna start calling you instead of you calling them.
That's the goal.
Yes, yes, and definitely, that's the goal for any people in the entertainment industry. Then you basically have your agenda full, no of other stuff that you don't want to do, full of stuff that you want to do, like acting, like participating in events, as right now interviews. Then that will help you to grow in your career, and the people, they start knowing you around the world. We have a great audience in other parts of the United States, Caribbean, also South America, in Europe, and now they're gonna know who is Miss Dianne Grant. Dianne, let's take the first commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna continue listening your story, and we're gonna have more information about projects that you've been doing on the last 3 years. But let's take this short commercial break, and we'll be right back with more of Miss Dianne Grant here in Beeline to Passports on GKI Radio. We are back. We are back from this short commercial break, and you're listening GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I'm your host here in this show. The name of this show is Line to Passports, and tonight we have Miss Dianne Grant. Dianne, in the first part of the show, first segment, we were talking about your childhood, your preparation, getting ready for this beautiful career. But tell the audience your project in the last 2 or 3 years that you've been involved. Okay, we have some. Technical difficulties right now.
You know,
All right. You're back. Hey,
oh,
perfect.
hey.
Yes, Diane. Tell us about your projects in the last 2 or 3 years of your career.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yes. So the last couple of years with the COVID, it was kind of interesting. There wasn't a lot of auditions and all that. As we were pretty much at home and doing our thing. So I did a lot of, training again and reading and studying and a lot of online submissions, which actually started getting a lot of work from. So I did, I did Unconquered, which was a story, director Harry Williams, about the Seminole tribes in Florida and the Indian and slave revolts that happened here. So I was on that. I did Revelation with David Hernandez. That was like a story, a short about people making choices and repercussions and things like that. And then I also worked with again with David Hernandez on Hardship, which is another short about accepting, seeing people for who they are and accepting them, and about the homeless crisis and people less fortunate. So that was it. Those were very powerful projects that I worked on. And then I did Dance for Me, which was really, really exciting for me. I worked with Robin Hoffman for the first time. She's a director here in Orlando. A story about, kind of, not similar, not too far from my story, where, I played the parent, a lawyer. My spouse, played by Jim Braswell, he plays the typical corporate parents that they don't accept the son as a dancer, they don't accept the arts, but versus the daughter, they were, because she wanted to do exactly what they wanted. Like, oh yeah, great, great, do whatever, do that, as long as it's what we do. So I can totally relate to that story. And just being yourself and being true to yourself and living your dream. You only live once, so that really resonated with me as well. And it's a powerful story. It's done well in the film festivals, and um, they're winning awards, and we're happy about that.
That's awesome. Yes, I saw that recently, and it was posted. Then the Dance with Me has been nominated and won some awards. Congratulations to you and to the whole crew and cast, because um, we do this. We are involved in the entertainment, but some people do it for get awards. Other people, they want to do it for fun. But when they started coming the awards, like, okay, this is fuel to continue the career, because look like we're doing something good, something that is touchy, something that the people get, um, let's say, reflected, because that is the part of the stories when we bring it to the audience. Most definitely.
Most definitely, it's nice to be recognized. So we're super proud about that, and looking
Awesome.
forward to we're feeling good about the project. So it's nice to
Awesome.
be recognized.
Awesome. 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 And beside all these great projects that you did in the past, you continue doing more craft. Prepare yourself for your career. Correct?
Correct. And yeah, again, and also we did Seven Roses recently. I was happy to work with you on that. That was a fun project that we just worked on too. So yeah, I do study still with Art's Sake, and I coach too. I'm with Christy Proger right now, David Meneses, Chris Walker over at Art's Sake in the advanced program. And then I coach also with Mark Dursos in South Florida, Act True Studios, and again, Russ Blackwell and Jennifer Drakis. So I have some great teachers, mentors, a lot of guidance. So it's as it's very important to always push yourself and continue to study and build your craft, because it just makes you a better artist, and not to mention the networking opportunities and just the camaraderie, because not everyone does this. As artists are people, they're misunderstood. So it's nice to be around fellow artists, striving for the same goals and supportive of it, one another.
Yes, and not only that part, and the sport that you learn from the other artists, uh, the ups and downs, and what you should do and what you should never do in a project, or anything that you want to, move your career. Uh, that is key. And I always said to people that I manage, then not only learn be in front of the camera, learn also be behind the camera, because being behind the camera you learn a lot more, because you see the other perspective, like why the director say this, why you need to be on time, why you need to, when you're talking on that microphone, why you need to raise a little bit your voice, because it's needed, or when you're working outside, what you need to do, all these good areas. Then day by day you'll be learning, and you're getting let's say it, you're getting more, adding more to your career.
Absolutely. It's very important. There's so much to learn. There's a million things to learn, and you're always learning. It doesn't end. I always encourage everyone that I know that's getting into it, and even people that are more seasoned, they know you could still continue to study. There's just an enormous amount of different, methods and studies and different things you could try and apply to your craft. So you're always learning. You're always a student, and that's super important, most definitely.
Yes, in learning and work with different directors, submit, and you learn from the different directors, their styles, uh, the areas then you should never do, or stuff then okay, that's very risky. But you learn. I've been involved in two movies at the same time, doing the Seven Roses and another that we just finished, and let me tell you, that was hard, because one of the movies, we've been in beach for 16 hours, and with rain, with everything, rain, thunderstorm, and how you do your part in working in the different areas. Eat sand, because when you do some stunts in the beach, you're gonna eat sand. Let me tell you, I think I still am tasting the sand, but it's part of the to be in this industry and growth in this industry.
Most definitely, yeah. I actually did some plays recently. I had never been on stage before, so that was a different shift for me, different, medium. With, there's no second take, there's no editing. It's just all live, instant, which was super fun. I liked it a lot, actually. I was in Play to Luna this year. I played a special Secret Service agent to the president. It was a lot of fun, but just that, this instant gratification response from the audience was something I had never experienced before. So that was a lot of fun. I learned a lot from that as well. So that was
and
great.
and the butterflies, then, because you feel the butterflies more, because they have somebody watching you on the spot. It's not like, hey, cut and let's retake, and let's do this a third time just for safe. In this particular case, they don't have cuts. They basically, you go straight, or you go straight, or you could do. The only you can do is do well. That's it, and have fun, people sometimes stress when they're doing the projects. Let's say you're doing a theater, or you're doing any film, they stress, and people can see it, people can feel it, then you stress out on stage or in front of that camera.
Definitely, definitely. You got to be prepared. We rehearsed for weeks and weeks and weeks, and it paid off. We were happy with everything, but definitely you got to be on your game, on your toes. There's no rolling it back. So That was the
That's
fun part. It was a nice push for me and challenging and a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I see myself doing more theater for sure.
definitely, definitely. We want to see you in on theater and movies and all these great things to be in the entertainment acting world. Let's take another short commercial break at the end, and when we come back, let's continue talking about your projects, what you right now. What you cooking, what you're working on it, and stuff. Then people want to hear and people they want to uh, research in getting more information about you. But let's take a short commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna continue talking to Diane Grant. Um, but remember, people, drop your comment or question if you would like to hear them answer on this show. The number is 407-476-9059. Remember to say my name, Joe Batista, followed by your name and your question or comment. And you could also hear it here in Be Like to Passports on GKI Radio. We are back. We are back from the commercial break. And my name is Joe Batista. You're listening GKR Radio. This show name, the name of the show is Be Line to Passports. And tonight we have the beautiful actress Dianne Grant. And Diane has been telling us her story, telling us what she's been participating in most recent projects. But now we want to hear what she have right now. What is on your plate right now? You're getting some uh, scripts. You're getting ready to film again. Tell us, please.
So yes, I am. I'm working on a project that's going to shoot in Georgia, in Atlanta. It's in pre-production. I play a doctor. That's that's in the works, and then I'm actually shooting this weekend on a project. Play a mom. It's a LGBTQ project. So I'm playing a mom that my son with my husband. Then he comes out to us. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and I enjoy supporting the LGBTQ community as an ally, and that's going to be this Sunday. Actually, we're shooting, so I'm excited about that. And those two projects coming up, and the one I can't talk about, the other one in Georgia, I can't really talk about those yet, but those are in pre-production, so to be continued.
Yes, we signed documents and then said that we can talk about some projects. Let's keep it like that. Uh, and that is very interesting. And you are participating in a project with the community because people need to get more information. They need to be aware about the community. That is super important. We have great friends, they're part of the community, and people sometimes don't understand the why. And it's great that you're involved on a project that's going to bring some message to the audience and to the world.
Yes, most definitely. There, as you know, there's a huge discrepancy, a large suicide rate. There's a lot of suffering that goes on just from lack of acceptance or lack of being able to come out or share their truth. So I'm happy to be a part of that and hope encourage the young people to be themselves and be who they are, and not, feel like they have to, assimilate into something that they're not. So I'm excited to be on that as well. It's important.
Yes, yes, yes. And to bring the message, we have in the past, we have an actress that she is involved with the suicide campaigns, and for uh, create the organization is called Days. My good friend Brie Burke, she started with that because her cousin committed suicide
Uh,
at a very young age, 22, 20, 25 years old, in that range. And there was an impact for the family, but not only that part, there was an impact that created an impact to her, a very young girl, and only 19 years old right now. And she decided to create a nonprofit organization to help and to bring the message to the world, that they have some help, and they have some people that will love to listen if you have a problem, if you feel then no have all the door has been closed, then they're not. Basically, just have some people that will listen to you, and they will help you and guide you on the right world, in the right stage of mind, let's say it that way.
yes, I mean, if one life could be saved by someone seeing this film, that's one life is better. It's great. So I hope that the message goes out there and people can again be themselves. And I hope to, you know, this project would help save lives and encourage people to reach out if they are depressed or they need to talk and or get something out. It's very important. We don't want to lose any young lives or any life. So it's very important to to help the community.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely is very touchy. It's a subject that is very touchy because people don't understand the community, and the people they are part of the community, they want to be heard, but people don't want to listen, and that is something that need to be work. And that movie definitely they're gonna bring, or that film they're gonna bring a great message to the world. Beside that that project, we're still working on some other projects. Then they have some details. For example, the Seven Roses would continue filming. Uh, it's a feature film. It does mean that it's a long time on filming, and we want to see the final product. And they told us they looking to do it. After they finish, they want to bring everybody on a big screen. Then we can see it first, and we can see each other, and basically tease each other, because we know the bloopers happen during the film, and a situation that happened during the film, and that's going to be a great, great part of being in a movie set.
That's going to be a lot of fun, and thank you so much. I'm so happy to be a part of that as well. And it's a lot of fun, working with everyone and the whole team. So I look forward to that, that premiere. That's gonna be awesome.
Yes, and there was fun, working with people that went to your same studio and learn the same techniques, and we become a family. Definitely, we become a family. Also, in that project, because I did some study with the JC Films, and going to the JC Film, more Christian movies. I met great actors, and they participate on this movie as well. I have two families, the one for the Christian films, and the one for non-Christian films, working together, and that was fun. That was fun, doing every single scene. And We have actors in the next couple weeks. We're gonna have other actors and actresses that participate on Seven Roses, and we're looking to bring also the a producer. And he talk about the project, and he talk about his career and all these great things to bring more information to the public. Diane, let's take another commercial break. And when we come back, we continue talking on the future plans then you looking to do in your career. But let's take this short commercial break. And people, thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us every week. This is the third season of Beeline to Passports on GKR Radio, and we are humble. We want to say thank you again to give us the opportunity to be in all your radio. And thank you for being with us, learning about Miss Dianne Grant story. And we'll be right back with more of Beeline to Passports on GKI Radio. We are back. We are back from this short commercial break and great music here in GKI Radio. My name is Joe Batista. I am the host of Beeline to Passports every Monday at 8 p.m. here on GKI Radio. Tonight, we have Miss Dianne Grant. She is an actress and she's been telling us her story. And Dianne, tell us, your future projects, something that you want to do, some goals that you want to achieve, and also your social media, where the people can follow you, INDB, all that great information that people can start following you in using the social media.
Excellent, thank you. So I'm starting to work on some writing projects. I'm collaborating with a few fellow artists, and so I'm really gonna. That's my future plan right now. I'm jumping in and starting to work on some scripts for some features and some shorts on the writing side. So I'm very excited about that. I have a lot of great ideas, some sci-fi ideas, some documentary projects, and some television series projects as well that are in the works. So that's the future what I'm working on right now for the future. And it's going to be a lot of fun doing that. I'm enjoying it as a new,
Nice.
yeah, another side, like the other side, like getting the producing side, maybe even the directing side and all that. So that's exciting for me. Like you said, to be in all facets of from
Yes.
the angle, from behind, in front of the camera, the writing end, all of it. So I'm ready to do it all.
Yes, and you learn a lot doing, that process because when you are in front of the camera, you basically know, you know your part, and you need to learn the part of your partner, and some key words, then basically trick the line that you learn, but being behind the scene, writing, producing, uh, being behind the camera, holding that camera. I have an opportunity for this most recent movie. Then we finished. It's called Be Shackles. I got the opportunity to be the second, uh, second AD and all other titles because I did many things on that movie, including I have a part in the movie. But I learned a lot. I learned, from the lights. from the sound, everything that need to be taken care to have the great product that's gonna be at the end. And adding stuff, that was my first film that was stunts choreography involved. I never thought they're gonna fight in a beach at my age, but hey, we did it. We did it, and it was fun. It's true. Again, I ate sand, but hey, was good and it was worth it. Let's say it that way. Uh, but yeah, that's very interesting. Very interesting that you're looking to do the writing part, because that is key, because when you start writing, then you will love to be the producer and the director, because you are the one that have the eye, or basically looking to see, hey, I want it this way, and that will be going around and see all the subjects. We have recently, we have some director, and she started as an actress. Right now she is a director producer. She opened her own production company. She's been involved in different projects right now, and she started basically as an actress, and then writing, and continued on the production, directing, and the world is huge right now. Tell us your social media and the IMDb, that people can follow you.
Yes, I'm on Internet Movie Database. You could also follow me on Instagram, Diane Dianne dot reality, on IG, and also on Facebook. So that's where you can find me.
Good, good, good. And the people can follow me and Diane Grant, and you can see all the project that she complete, and project that she gonna be posting. And when she have that project that she complete to write that project, then you can see what is all about. That sci-fi. They're gonna be interesting. They're gonna be interesting. Uh, I want to be part of that project. Count on me, because definitely they're gonna be so fun, so much fun to try to do something from Mars. May That will be great. That will be great. Diane, again, thank you for being with us here in our show. Thank you for accepting the invitation, and your final thoughts.
I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me to do this. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to working with you again. And definitely be reaching out when I have some projects for you to jump in on. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, and likewise, all the projects and we are involved. I always think about the great actors and actresses. Then I took courses with them. Then I see their potential, and if they want to be involved, hey, why not? Let's start making movies. Let's start making fun that the people enjoy. What we learn, and the people can see what is all about to be in a movie set, and all the good stuff, including bloopers. Bloopers are good, um, because people don't see that part. People see the great movie, but they don't see what happened to have that movie done, and how many takes took just to have the perfect one to complete it. I remember in one project, there was one a person. Then the person was stressed, and they took 14 takes
Oh, wow.
just to have the perfect one. Because every single one, the person gets stressed and stressed and stressed until the person relax, and hey, number 14 was the first, the perfect one.
Yeah,
Happened.
it happens. It happens. Yeah. Just got to keep going. Just keep pressing on.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Again, thank you for accepting the invitation, and we're looking forward to work with you again in other projects, and continue learning with getting the craft, and having fun in this industry. Thank you, Diane. And people, thank you for being with us in another Beeline to Passports. And remember, be a leader, rock the world, inspires others with your emotions in control. Good night.